Hello everyone, this is Corsair Mac with Mac's Empowerment Counseling LLC, and today I'm going to be talking to you guys about implicit bias, where it comes from and what you can do to help better control and manage your implicit biases. So sit back, relax, do your own research, and enjoy the video. So what is implicit bias? So ultimately, implicit bias or unconscious bias are biases or prejudices that we have against different people, places, or things. And based off those different biases and prejudices, we react unconsciously to them. So ultimately, where do these biases and prejudices come from? So think about every fact, every assumption, and every opinion you've heard about a person, place, or thing. And that's where those implicit biases come from, right? Because ultimately our brain is a very powerful tool, right? It absorbs information and knowledge from everywhere. And ultimately, whether there are things that we believe about certain things or we do not believe about certain things, those things are still stored in our brain. And our brain stores those things, and ultimately, whether it is something that we believe or don't believe against that thing, we react to it, right, as if we do believe it. And that's where the unconscious comes from, because 10 times out of 10, we don't know that we're reacting to it that way, right, until either someone calls us out on it or until we recognize that ourselves. So, how do we help manage our implicit biases? Right, so first things first, we have to be aware as well as acknowledge all the different things we've heard about a person, place, or thing. Whether they are things that we do believe and whether they are things that we do not believe as well, because we're reacting to that also. Right, so we got to be mindful and really go through and see what have we learned about that person, place, or thing. Second, we got to work on not generalizing or overgeneralizing. Because ultimately, when we generalize or overgeneralize one bad thing we believe about one thing, we could generalize to similar things related to that one thing, right? So ultimately, when we do that, we're again reacting unconsciously, even if we haven't encountered that person, place, or thing, but we've encountered something similar to that person, place, or thing. Third, what we need to do is we need to again, focus on the facts of the situation, right? What is 100% true, right? So we go through these unconscious biases, right? We call them out whenever we do it, and then we got to ask ourselves, is this 100% true, or is there a possibility that I can disprove that? And if there is a possibility that you can disprove that, then get that unconscious thought out of your head and only focus on things that are 100% true. Right? And then after that, we do our best, again, to be mindful and call ourselves out if we are acting on those implicit biases, right? Because at first we won't notice it, but when we bring more attention to it, we will start to notice the different ways we react, the different ways we act, the different ways we talk to people, the different ways we go about doing everything in our daily lives to realize I may have an implicit bias about this thing that I didn't realize until I brought awareness and attention to it. All right, so other than that, that is pretty much about it. Thank you guys very much for watching. If you are interested in scheduling an appointment with me, feel free to go to my website at macec.com or feel free to email me at maccounselinginfo.com. All right, this is Corsair Mac with Mac's Empowerment Counseling LLC, and I will see you guys in the next video. Have a great rest of your day.